Welcome back, everybody, to the College Football 25 Teambuilder Dynasty with the Houma Bobcats. It's week 11 of year 4. We are 6-3 coming off of two of our best back-to-back performances of the entire dynasty. First, taking down Texas State 63-31, and then last episode beating UL Monroe 38 to a whopping 0 points. Leaving us 4-1 in conference play and second in this Sun Belt division, which means that we now control our own destiny, because sitting 4th place overall in this conference and second in the West, facing the number 1 team in this division this week, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, we have a chance if we could win out here to punch our first ticket to the conference championship in this dynasty. If we take them down and go on to beat South Alabama and Louisiana, who is 1-8 so far this year, then we will secure that conference championship berth for the very first time in program history. Let's take a look at this roster for the Golden Eagles. This team is pretty strong on both sides of the ball. Their offense is led by Walker White, who we faced off against either last year or the year prior to that. He is now a redshirt junior at an 86 overall, still a scrambler with some pretty good physical abilities. They've still got JQ Graves, their number 1 tailback, and Jalen Washington, one of their offensive captains, behind him. Ray, now a redshirt senior, and is their highest rated player. At receiver, they have Captain Levi Madden with only 84 speed. No real game-changing speed on this entire offense. In fact, not even in their top 4 of their depth chart. So hopefully there are going to be a lack of big plays from this wide receiving core. Their tight end's not very good. Xavier Reed only has 73 overall as a senior, only 1 ability. And their offensive line has a couple of spots, especially at right guard, where there are some big question marks. So we should be getting pressure on Walker White here in this game. The defense, though, is the best unit in this team, on this team. They have a couple of really good edge rushers, including Rod Henry, one of their captains. They've got Cameron Mackey, who is more of a run-stopping guy. Their linebackers are solid, not great, not terrible. And their corners, they have 2 really good corners, one of whom has 96 speed, Chris Ellerby. So he's probably going to lock down somebody. We'll see who it ends up being, whether it's Nelson or Javon Moore, which I highly doubt. But Javon Moore has been our best receiver all year long. I feel like this is going to be a big test for us because they are 4-1 like we are in conference play. And they do hold right now the tiebreaker over us. But whoever wins this game will have the tiebreaker for the rest of the year with the last 2 weeks after this one. So one of our biggest games, the biggest game of the year, and one of the biggest in this dynasty right here, because if we win, then we are in control the rest of the way in terms of determining where we will end our season. But here we go, on the road in the Rock at Southern Mississippi. We have 3 games left on the year, including this game right here against the Golden Eagles, our most important game of the year and potentially of this dynasty, at least to this point. Sun Belt Conference play continues here as we go back on the road to MM Roberts Stadium. And kickoff is officially underway here in the Rock. Bobcats will start with it from the 21-yard line. Both teams come in 4-1 in conference play. We come in at 6-3 in total. They are 5-4. After a slow start to their year, they have rebounded once conference play began. We start in the pistol. Steven Breda, quick throw. He's got Scooter Page breaking a tackle up to the 48-yard line. A nice 27-yard gain to open the day from scrimmage, and now Breda finds CJ Nelson through the air into plus territory and across the 35-yard line. Karan Boyd now has that impact player ability, or I guess the assignments. He is now one of the top players on the entire team, and actually, as of this week is in the running for best running back in the nation somehow, despite having a couple of really off games. There's a shot on Javon Moore, but he hangs on for a pickup of 5, and we are already in the red zone. This offense has looked spectacular in back-to-back weeks. Now a touch pass to Boyd, tackled shy of the marker. Empty look on 3rd and 2, and he's got a man open. It's C.J. Nelson up to the 4. And that gives Nelson, just like Javon Moore, over 1,500 career receiving yards. So both of our 2 senior wideouts now across that 1,500 mark. And that does set up 1st and goal for Houma on the opening drive of the day. There's a hole, and Boyd dives in for touchdown number 8 on the season on the ground. He has more through the air, but we start with an opening drive touchdown. Perfect start. All right, Southern Miss has it from their 13-yard line. Walker White's first throw is complete for a 3-yard gain. 2nd down, here's White faking the handoff. Pressure comes, the pass is picked. Lehan was sat right there waiting for it. This defense is off to a great start. Coming off a shutout last week, 38-0, and now a pick on the second play from scrimmage, as now Walker White wants to show off the potential back injury as if that had any effect on the play. Come on, man. What a play, though, by J.R. Lehan. Just a bad throw. Perfect call by our defense, ready for that play because he was right there, just waiting for the pass to get there. And now it's 1st and 10. Houma takes over at the 24-yard line. These last couple of weeks have been a complete shift from what we've seen all year long, but there's a sack for Max Gadish. Loss of 8 brings up 2nd and 18. Pass caught by Nelson. That will get us 5 yards closer. 3rd and long. Can we convert? Breda backs up, throws a strike, and Nelson walks out of bounds. And the offense comes off the field. Field goal team comes out. It's George Lincoln. On 4th down and 3. The field goal held by Gallimore is through the uprights. 10-0 Bobcats. From their 17-yard line, once again, Walker White will hand it off now to J.Q. Gray, who hits the gap and picks up 5. So first 2 plays, not going to plan for the Golden Eagles, but now a second chance to get back within 1 score after a field goal by Houma. We bring a 5-man rush, and White should have been picked a 2nd time. Malik Moon, our best defensive player this year, drops that one. He's already had 3 or 4 this year, somewhere around there, and nearly had 1 right there. That was Randall Glenn, who forces the 3rd down stop. And they will punt the ball away on 4th down. Houma will start with it from the 43. It's already our 3rd drive of the ball game. Turning a field now, it's Trayon Bell. A lot of empty looks to start the game for Houma. We stick with it. I mean, that's what's been working. Spread the field, let Breda air it out, and let these receivers, who could all make big plays, come in. And now wide open, there's Javon Moore, the big playmaker. Straight up the numbers, gone for the 2nd Houma touchdown and our 3rd score of the opening quarter of play. You cannot ask for a better start. A better start than that game 2 weeks ago against Texas State. Javon Moore continues to make big plays. That one comes from about 40 yards out. Well, all right. Southern Miss in trouble now. Walker White trying to extend the play. He's going down. Taken down by James Couch Smith. A loss of 10. And they are backed up to their own 3-yard line. This defense looks absolutely maniacal right now. That could have been a tackle for loss. Instead, it's no gain for J.Q. Gray. 3rd and 20. Another three and out coming up, at least it looks like right now. They'll bring in some motion. White hands it off. Defenders in the area. Short gain. Bobcats will start across the 50. Will screen, setting up for Bell, but defense all over at that time. It's going to be a loss of 1. Back to throw again. Breda completes to Javon Moore. Up to the 30 now. Here's a handoff to LJ Young Jr. bursting upfield. 22-yard pickup. So he has had 2 carries this year, 2 in these last 3 weeks, and both carries have gone for 10+. And that sets up goal to go for the Bobcats once again. Here's Karan Boyd up to the 5. Boyd stays in. We fake it his way. Breda's going to scramble. He's got space across the goal line, diving in. And he finds pay dirt. 3rd touchdown of the quarter for the offense. And we are off to a rocket-hot start. Who can stop this team? We have completely flipped the switch on both sides of the football, and we look completely different than prior to that game against Texas State a couple weeks ago. Their offense can't get going here. It's going to be a really tough last 2.5 quarters of play as Gray takes off, but is wrapped up from behind. 3rd and 7. They have not crossed midfield. From their 38, though, here's Whites. He's got some time. He's going to take off. He's got room to run for a first down across the 50. And that's going to be a flag against the offense. False start, loss of 5. Replaying first down. White under pressure, sacked for the 2nd time. This time, that is Dorian Combs. After the loss, they hand it off to Gray, but nowhere to run. He is absolutely decked by John Decker. That's 3rd and now 16 for Southern Mississippi. Empty look for Whites. He slings it right to a defender. Dominic Maloney comes through with their 2nd forced turnover of the night. And the Rock has been absolutely silenced. We have found the defensive formula, folks. Zone defense, bring some blitzes sometimes. And then for the offense, just throw it beyond the sticks, why don't you? LJ Young for a first down, and then, throwing a couple of nice runs in those same wide formations, and that will get you down the field almost every drive. Right side, or left side, rather, caught by Javon Moore. He's up to 84 yards here in the game. As we come out of an injury timeout, it looks like. Under half the quarter left to go. Screen for Nelson. Not a lot, but enough for a first. Here's first down on the carry. It's Boyd. This time that run only nets 4 yards. We have passed, I think, over 75% of the time so far in this game. Now a screen for Boyd, but blockers nowhere near where they should have been. That's 3rd and 5. You got Bell top of the screen. We're going to fake the handoff. Breda gets rid of it and throws a strike inside the 5. It's CJ Nelson again to set up 1st and goal. Looking for our 4th touchdown of the first half. Breda, back pylon, diving grab. Nelson got a foot down. Touchdown, Bobcats. Man, we look great. And the Bobcats storm into the Rock and clobber Southern Miss 31-17. Just a couple of garbage time scores. It was pretty much a 31-3 victory. The backups played the entire 4th quarter. But what a performance. That first half was completely dominant. And we are now 7-3 and have jumped into 1st place in the Sun Belt West. 2 games left. We're going to watch Week 12. So 31 first half points by the Bobcats. And USM, they got all their offensive yards in the fourth quarter against our backups. I'm not concerned. Who gives a crap? White's picked off twice, 20 for 34, 2 total touchdowns. Gray does run for over 5.5 a carry, but if we can still dominate and win a game like that, you know what? It's not going to be a problem. Did allow a couple of sacks there in the first half, but we got 2 from Dakota Mills. Several players had 1 or more. Tevin Hippenhammer getting some playing time. He will be our starter at DT next year, most likely. But passing-wise, Breda, 28 for 29. Just a pick earlier in that game, in that third quarter. His only incompletion. I mean, that is just absurd. Gallimore goes 2 for 2. Newcomb and Boyd, 3.8 per carry. Not a lot of running here in this game. Mostly passing, and why not when the offense is this clinical through the air? Defensively, we saw those sacks. What a win! We have won 3 straight. And finally, they must have fixed the bug with the recruiting notifications, folks, because we got Larry Lamp, one of our top running back targets, the 3-star. I think he's a elusive back with like 95 speed. Good to get him. We're in first for Brian Lair and Leod Bana as well. They have reached their top 5 schools. And we're now an A- championship contender. Top 20 in the entire NCAA with that rating. Program's tradition goes up to C-. We are now first in the Sunbelt West. Might be first in the whole conference as Dakota Mills, our 5th corner, wins Defensive Player of the Week in the conference. And we have to face the now 7-3 South Alabama Jaguars back at home at Cypress Grove Stadium in our next game. Conference standings. We are first in the West, and we are just behind ODU, who are now 6-1, a game in hand. They must have a bye week this week or next week, and if we can win one more, we should pass them, I think. Not entirely sure what the tiebreaker would be, but if we get 6-1 after our next game, and they're 6-1, we should, I think, be above them. But they do have the most points for. They are, again, 1 game played more than we have. But what a game. 3 straight games scoring 31 or more points. Very good stuff right there. And now we got a really good team up next. Let's take a look at their roster. South Alabama, 3-3 in conference play. They've got Gio Lopez at quarterback, still with like 7 other guys on scholarships. Insane. They got a nice little 1-2 punch here with Jarvis Durr and Winston Malone. Receiving wise, not really a dangerous receiving group, except if you look at Jamarcus Stork with 92 speed. Tight end, they've got Trent Thomas. Really good left tackle, the best player on the roster, Ethan Hubbard. But a poor left guard. Solid center. Really good right guards pretty much across their depth chart. Right tackle's pretty solid. So a pretty good overall offensive line. Defensive line looks really solid. Linebackers, not so much, except for Dennis Overstreet. At corner, though, might present a problem, but I mean, this last game was not one for Javon Moore. 94 speed for Josh Bledsoe. They got Cordell Hood in a safety spot alongside Marion Fortenberry. So they're pretty solid across the board, but I think we have the best roster in the conference. And with this win streak, how we have looked and played first half football, I think if we could win this game, then that would tell you all you got to know about this team. I think we're probably maybe a couple wins away, maybe 1 win away from making the top 25. At least I would hope. Can we see who's getting votes? We are not getting votes right now in the top 25 rankings. And the coaches poll, it looks like we are getting 66 votes. So that's at least a really good sign of things to come. Media poll, Houma's getting 36 votes, just not in the CFP votes, I guess, but only 3 teams are, I guess there are no votes in the CFP rankings, but I think we're close to getting ranked here. I think we're actually close to being ranked. If we win this next game, especially in dominant fashion, then we might be like a 25-24 ranked team. There are a couple of 7-3 schools in that realm. And if we look at the quick award watch list, has anything changed? Malik Moon, 3rd place in Best Defensive Player of the Year, only behind Shamar Reiser-Presley and Marco Iglesias. He is first right now in Best Defensive Back of the Year. That is absolutely insane. Florida State, the 1 seed right now, the number 1 team in college football, has 5 players in the running for that. That is DBU right there. And Karan Boyd, I'm not really sure how, but Karan Boyd is still in first place for best running back. I really don't know how. I can't really explain that because his stats are not nearly as good as guys like Ryan Aragon or Josh Gilliam. Best linebacker, Draymond Gates, actually top 10, top 7 for best linebacker of the year. I think that is it going into week 12 of the regular season, the penultimate game on the year. We're going to rock the blackout uniforms here in Cypress Grove Stadium at home in Houma, Louisiana, as the Jaguars start with it from the 16-yard line. A win this week will likely put us in first place in the division, which means that we would be in line, or we are still in first place. This would keep us in first place and would put us in line with 1 week left to secure a conference championship appearance for the first time in program history. That's Jarvis Durr with the handoff. He goes for 8 yards. Run defense has been kind of shaky the last couple of weeks. I think that is more common in zone coverage, as Lopez completes the pass for a first down. But both teams do come in 7-3, but we are the hottest team in the conference as Durr able to burst across the 50. This is the best opening drive of any opponent the last several weeks. From the 49, Lopez fakes it. Pressure coming, pass caught! Huge gain up inside the red zone. What a play by Munyer. I think he's their fullback. 1st and 10, they'll hand it off. This time, Durr is met. I believe that was John Decker IV. Or Cade Bloom, maybe. Now it's 2nd and 9. And the pistol. Lopez has good protection. A flag comes in as he overthrows it. Did we just hit the quarterback? We sure did. 1st and goal, handoff, and Durr is hit down by Malik Moon. Will this be the first time we have trailed in over 3 weeks of play? Lopez completes, and that's going to be a touchdown, I guess. The ball must have crossed the plane. What an opening drive by South Alabama. They get the ball first and drive right down the field, and Home was going to have to respond. Well, here we go. The offense comes out. Could be our first real test with these new playbook adjustments. We start with a screen to Javon Moore, and that's going to lose a yard. Those screens have not really worked out so well, those little bubble screens to the wideouts. 2nd and 11. Pressure coming off the edge. Pass caught, though, and Moore has first down yardage. Rada hands it off, and there's nothing opening up for Karan Boyd. Short gain of 1. The ground game has been still pretty inconsistent so far this year after the playbook adjustments. As Breda's pass caught by Javon Moore again, his 3rd catch of the game. And now 2 first downs. We get to the line quickly here. Just over half the quarter left to go. Still the opening drive for the Bobcats. Breda, right side. That's Nelson. From the 45 now, Boyd gets the handoff, takes off, and has the conversion. That will get Houma up to the Jaguars 40 on the opening drive. In the pistol, we fake the handoff this time. Breda slings it, incomplete. Knocked out of the hands of Nelson. He is not happy with himself that time. That could have been caught. Instead, second down, screen, and that ball just somehow hit off a foot and like sailed out of bounds at a very awkward angle. Big third down. Breda dumps it. Why does Boyd step out? Where's the awareness? We're going for a deep field goal. 52 yards away for Lincoln. And the kick is off to the left. In the gun. And Lopez will hand it off to Durr. He continues to have room, but is met after a 3-yard gain. Big third down right here. They will have to punt if they don't convert. And Durr is not going to get there. Met by Pounds. No gain. 13-yard punt gives us the ball at the 26. Second drive, Houma looking to answer with a touchdown. Get a 9 there to Javon Moore. Gonna keep it in the air and caught. That is Springer for the first down. They bring a 5-man rush. Breda is in trouble. Loss of 7. When teams bring pressure, we do not handle it very well, folks. That's been one of the only concerns for the offense pretty much all year long, not just with this new playbook, as Chuck Capers was the extra man. And now it's 2nd and 17, and we are not going to hike it. Our first scoreless first quarter. I guess we had one against UL Monroe, but eventually got things back on track. We've looked good on like 65% of our plays. Just a couple small mistakes. And now 3rd and 9. They bring 5 again. Breda's got time and wide open. It's Boyd inside the 35. 1st and 10, Houma. Breda, right side and completes. I believe that was Karan Boyd once again, perhaps. And now Newcomb comes in to spell him. On 2nd down and 5, we are going to fake it, throw a pass, but still these screens have been bottled up against every team. Only 2 yards that time. Big third down. Eating 3. Breda throws a pick. Blanket coverage. And another turnover. Our first came off the field goal miss, and now it's an interception. Back-to-back weeks with the pick from Breda. That one was just not a bad throw, but just really good coverage, I think. And we still have been held scoreless. Trent McCain with that turnover-worthy play. Jaguars take over, starting with the handoff to Durr. Loss of 1. Screen pass, Lopez, incomplete. Malik Moon right there to knock it away. Now 3rd and long. Can our defense get off the field again? Give the offense a chance to put points on the board. We brought pressure, and Lopez could not get the pass off cleanly at the feet of his tight end. We've got really good field position. From the 44, still trailing 7-0. These outside handoffs have not really worked all too well so far. And now a little wide formation here for the Bobcats offense. And caught by Page. But so far, coverage has been tight on these receivers. Very good defense to start this game by South Alabama. Will fake the handoff on 3rd down, and now wide open. Scooter Page for a first. Now a handoff, and a hole opens up. Karan Boyd picks up a dozen. He stays in on first down, gets the fake. Breda, you gotta get rid of it, man. Loss of 9. I wish that quarterback awareness was just a little bit better in this game because a lot of quarterbacks just hang on a bit too long to the football. That has been the case a lot of the time for Breda on about like half of his sacks. Now we're back at the 33. They bring 4. Breda will fire, and a man open. L.J. Young. Gain of 17. It's 3rd and short. Might be 4-down territory here in the red zone if we don't convert. And we will convert on the ground. Karan Boyd hits the gap. Well-blocked play. And now we go as wide as possible. 1st and 10, 11 yards away. Boyd, I think, hit the wrong hole. Trips towards the top, delayed give, and just a lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and Boyd ran straight into it. Newcomb comes in on 3rd and 10. We find the end zone. Breda backs up, leaves it for more. Not even close. And we will settle for a field goal. Very, very different game than our last several weeks. And Lincoln hits this one. He's now 1 for 2. Under 3 to go in the half. Lopez will dump it to Durr. Cutting upfield. 1st down. Ball comes out. I think he was down. This will likely stay with the Jaguars, but if it's not going to, it's a huge play from our defense to jar that one loose. And they will not review it. It's going to be a turnover. Houma takes over after one play. Downfield and caught. Miles Springer comes down with it in traffic. What a throw and catch. Bobcats back in the red zone, having to fight tooth and nail to even get their first touchdown. Breda finds Springer again. Come out of the warning. Empty look. Inside the 5, Javon Moore, his 7th catch of the half. Now we come out, pistol formation, 2 yards away. Boyd, untouched, and Houma jumps in front for the first time. Let's go. Is Javon Moore okay, though? He looks like he's kind of shaken up on the play. Hope he's all right. 4-man rush. Swung out. Durr picks up 9.5. They're going to save this timeout. Quads top of the screen. Lopez throws a pick right to Malik Moon. Breaking one tackle. We're turned up to the 30-yard line. Another big play by this defense. Back-to-back turnovers from the Jaguars. And that will keep points off the board. We've got 16 seconds to even try to score. We start with the handoff. It's probably a bad sign. We will not call a timeout. We go to halftime, leading 10-7 after a very slow start. The defense helps us out, gets us to a really good scoring drive, and then get the stop prior to the half. 5.8 yards per play, 6.8 for the Jaguars. We have doubled them up in time of possession, but so far it has been a battle, a defensive battle at that. Jaguars playing some good defensive football, but Houma leads by 3 at the break. Houma has it to open the third quarter. Play fake, and wide open across the middle of the field, C.J. Nelson. He has been relegated to the number 2 receiver on this team behind Javon Moore, but still has those nice big chunk plays a couple times a game. Breda now dumps it, and Karan Boyd shows off the acceleration. A nice couple of plays to open the half, and now across the middle again. 3 straight throws, 3 straight first down conversions. And the Bobcats are on the move in the red zone at the South Alabama 15. First and 10. Breda to throw. It's going to be a screen. And it's not blocked very well at all. From the 8. Outside. And turning the corner, but blocked away from it is Newcomb. It's going to be a loss of a handful. 3rd and 5. Jaguars looking to hold us to a field goal. Breda over the middle. Caught! LaShawn Gray's first catch. And it's for a touchdown. Look at how packed the home stands are, man. These fans want to watch us make our first conference title game. 2-score lead now for the Bobcats. Let's go. All right, a strong opening drive by the Bobcats. Can the Jaguars answer? Or can our defense once again force a stop? It's now 2nd and 9. Screen setting up for Durr. He's got blockers. Gain of 7. 3rd down. They'll hand it off. And there's a hole opening up. Jarvis Durr, 5.9 per carry. What is it with this defensive line in zone coverage? Like, they're not playing zone coverage. They're there to hopefully stop the run and create pressure. On most runs, besides that one right there, they have not done a good job at getting in the backfield and making contact. Now 2nd and 10. They will hand it off, and not a lot there either, but he falls forward. Ends up picking up about 5 yards. Quads towards the top. They changed formation, actually. And it's 3rd down. Lopez rolls and hit as he threw it. Nearly took a sack. Big stop by our defense, and the Bobcats take over, leading by 10, trying to add to it. Breda's pass, wide open and complete. Trayon Bell this time. We've had first downs to him, to Boyd, Nelson, Javon Moore, Miles Springer, all through the air. Scooter Page too, I think, as well, back in the first half. Now Breda rolls out, fires, and that was batted away. Not sure who the target was that time, but a defender was the closest one to it. Just shy of midfield. Breda steps up and fires a strike to Springer. 1st and 10. Slants routes. That's caught by Nelson. Still waiting for that, big touchdown catch. We've seen one of those every week since the playbook change. You have yet to see one here as Breda somehow got rid of it out of a sack. Now 3rd down and 4 in an interesting area on the field. Are we in good field goal range for Lincoln? I don't know if we are. And we will not have to worry about it as Karan Boyd picks up the first down. Motion for Page. Now a fake to Boyd, and Breda wants to scramble. And not a whole lot there. Now we go empty. LJ Young back out there on the field. Breda is going to take off. He's got room to run. Escaping a tackler. 1st and 10 in the red zone. The offense is starting to really find their rhythm here. We're going to hand it off. There is a hole, but it closes quickly. 2nd down, right up the middle. Tough run there. Gain of 5. And now 3rd and 2. Is this also 4-down territory? We're inside the 10. Breda rolls out, and that is incomplete. And they're going to review it and turn it over. 1st and goal instead for the Bobcats. From the 2, Boyd dives in. Dolphin dive for a touchdown. And we are extending our lead quite a bit here. First and 10 Jaguars. They have not scored since their opening drive of the game. Durr hits the gap, but is met by Shakir Pounds. Third quarter ticking away here. Just over 3 left to go. Screen setting up. And that's going to be close to a first down, but not quite there. Inches away. South Alabama elects to run. And converts. From the 32. Lopez over the middle, completes. Motion on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Lopez then dumps it off. Short gain of 3 yards right there. Defense looking for a stop now in their own territory, as they have now crossed midfield. Lopez has time, and now pressure comes. Thrown out of bounds. Big third down right here for the Jaguars offense, now down by 3 scores. They led 7-0. Lopez completes it. Pressure in his face, unfazed, and he gets rid of it for a huge chunk play. They are 4 yards short of the end zone now, and looking for their first points since the opening quarter. Durr goes out. Lopez will fire it to him. Defender ready for it. Loss of 3. 12 minutes left to go. 4th quarter, 3rd down. Jaguars complete the pass, but they are only halfway there. They will take the field goal to close the gap back to within 2 scores. And the kick from 35 yards away is good. It's 24-10. All right, 1st and 10. Breda, first play of the drive, takes off and has a first down run. Gain of 14 yards. A touchdown likely puts this game out of reach. See what happens. They're going to throw it. Crossing route for Moore. And Breda over 300 passing yards for, I think, the 3rd time in these last 4 weeks. Now we'll hand it off. And so far, these have not worked at all. 3rd down. Needing 3 yards to keep this drive alive. We're going to throw it this time. A quick one and dropped. That was the first drop by Javon Moore, maybe of the entire season. Comes at a costly time as the Jaguars are going to look to answer back quickly. Durr now up to 93 yards rushing. And if they score a touchdown here, we have quite the finish on our hands. Back to pass. Lopez across the middle, wide open. He's got Durr. Up to the Houma 36. 1st and 10. Rolling out. Pressure coming. Lopez finally taken out. John Decker the 4th. I believe that is our first sack of the day. It might be our second, but either way, we have not had too many chances. It's a loss of 10. Quick hitter. Caught. And they get 12 yards back. Big play right there. 3rd down. They might be in a field goal range. Not sure how good their kicker is. But Lopez under pressure again. You gotta get rid of it. He doesn't. Huge sack from Draymond Gates. They go for it on 4th down. Floated for the end zone. Overthrew him. I was not ready for that play call on 4th and 17. There's still plenty of time left, but I guess they're not really too confident in this defense. As Scooter Page gains 8, a score will put this game out of reach for sure. Just put points on the board, and this game is all wrapped up. Anything else, and they might still have a chance. As a first down. Back-to-back receptions from Page. And we are up to the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Under 5 to go now. Breda has great protection. First down to LJ Young. No! Horrible spot. They mark him inches short. That was a clear first down. These refs are just not even paying attention. We do convert. First and 10. Screen setting up. It's finally blocked decently. We pick up 9. Loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 5 as we are milking the clock now. Another screen setting up. Blocked well. Very well this time. Gain of 13. We come out of the warning. From the 8s. Handing off. Left side run to Boyd. Up to the 5-yard line. A timeout is used. They have 1 left. It's 3rd and 3. We might actually pass the ball here. And Breda will look to throw. Pressure comes. He can't escape the rush. That's their 3rd sack. And now a pretty big field goal attempt right here from George Lincoln III. The kick from 39 or 40 yards up and good. Make it the 30-yard kick, and that one's through. Game's over. We win it. Oh, picked! We're not done quite yet. It's just a game-sealing play right there. Our 3rd turnover force. Guess who, man? Malik Moon. His 2nd of the day. The game is over. Houma takes it. Player of the game is Karan Boyd. And what a win that was. Our 4th in a row, 5th in a row, somewhere along those lines. But we extend our Sunbelt West lead with the win. That was our toughest game of this 4-week stretch, but after a slow start, offense came to life, defense got some big stops the last 3 quarters of play. And once again, we win behind another great performance from Breda. Had the 1 pick, was not a great play. 35-41. Passing over 350 through the air. Ground game was non-existent for the most part. 2.7 average yards per play. But Karan Boyd at 91 receiving yards. So he still has a big impact. Touchdown by LaShawn Gray. Defense broke through for a couple of sacks, but Malik Moon with 2 INTs. The fumble was recovered, or forced by him to. I was not even aware that he forced that fumble. He is responsible for all 3 turnovers. Pounds was the one who recovered it. But after kind of a slow start, we come out on top again. And that was a game where Enrique Cherador was actually visiting our school, so he should commit to us as we advance into our next week. We're still about to get Dakota Farrell as well, that power back with 92 speed. So bringing in some big playmakers on the offensive side of the football here soon. Might as well just fill up the hours for Brian Lair and try and get his commitment here soon. We could schedule a visit for next week just to make sure. Might as well do that. And we do end up getting Dakota Farrell this week. And Enrique Cherador. Let's go, man. Things are looking great for both the present and future for this program. You're in the top 5 for 2 other targets as well, entering the final week of the regular season to face off against the now 2-9 Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. A revenge chance for us after they pretty much silenced our odds of making the championship in the Sun Belts in last year's Week 13 game. And now in the conference standings, Houma is in first as ODU lost their game last week. That was their final game of the year. If we win this game, we will be the regular season winners of the Sun Belt and will secure a spot in the championship game. And with that tiebreaker over the Golden Eagles, I believe that we have also secured that spot this week as well, before this game is even played. Not a lot to play for besides revenge for last year. I'm still going to watch it and just get one last look at this team before we go into the postseason. But man, we are looking great. Are we ranked yet? I don't think we are. We come in without a rank. We have got to be close, though, in voting. You would have to assume. We are not, obviously, in the top 25. We're not here in more information. Coaches poll. And we are getting the most votes. So if we win this game, we will be a top 25 team unless crazier things happen. We have 200 votes. And coaches poll, media poll, we have the second most behind Iowa State. So we are right on the cusp. We are a top 30 team in college football in year 4. And we have one game left against a rival opponent. And we'll see what unfolds in that game, folks. What a year it has been. These last 4 games have been crucial. We have won all 3 games by, I believe, 3 or more scores. I guess 2 if you include those garbage time points from the Eagles in Week 11, but 1 game left. We're trying to secure our best winning year of the entire dynasty, going for win number 9 to close the regular season, folks. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like the video, subscribe, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you guys next time in the regular season finale against the Raging Cajuns. Take care. Have a great day.